How did Walmart come up with the metrics for supply chain and suppliers?
Our goal when doing this is to find the right things to measure, measure the things that matter, and really drive change there. So we're working with an organization called the Sustainability Consortium to evaluate within a product category what are the biggest impacts, what are the biggest opportunities, and then working to develop standard metrics to evaluate those things. So we're really working through the consortium to find the right things to measure, so we're driving the right change.
What has been the reaction of your suppliers? Because this calls for quite a bit of involvement on their part. Are they cooperating? Does it involve a little bit of coercion?
Sure. No, it's actually they've been actually extremely receptive. A lot of them, suppliers are really the people who are innovating and really driving change in sustainability. And a lot of them would like a standard, simplified, streamlined way to report on the things that they're doing, to show their leadership in sustainability. And all suppliers, even the ones who aren't leading, are inundated with requests for information from buyers, from retailers, from other stakeholders for sustainability information. So standardizing that in a very pragmatic and practical approach is something that the suppliers appreciate. They're involved in the process. They bring the knowledge of the industry, the knowledge of the supply chain, combine that with the NGOs who are involved, the academics who are involved, and you have a really nice multi-stakeholder way to evaluate what the impacts are and agree on a way to measure those.
Now, you've rolled out this program with about 10 categories this year and 100 over the next year. What are some lessons that you've learned from this process that you could share with us?
Sure. I think there are a number of lessons. A couple of really important things. One is this idea of focus, that you don't have to measure everything about every product category. So when you're looking at a product category, you should really pick the things that really matter, and that's what you should measure. Another big lesson learned is you don't have to measure every item to really drive change. If you understand how a supplier is doing in sustainability in their portfolio of categories, so take laptops for example, if you understand how your laptop suppliers are doing, you can really drive a lot of change without all of the data that you need to manage if you wanted to report on every laptop. And the final lesson learned is you have to combine this, you have to build this into the business. So it can't be a sustainability office exercise. It has to be owned and driven by the merchandising organization or by the buyers within Walmart. Those are the people who are having the dialogue with suppliers, who have the leverage and can really have those conversations about how to improve, how to innovate.
How do your buyers go about this process? I know you're putting in place this program, and what can you tell us about some of the criteria, the goals you're setting for your buyers?
Sure. So every buyer over time will get a couple of different things. They will get a category sustainability profile that tells them what the issues and opportunities are in their category. They'll use that to have a dialogue with their suppliers about what those suppliers are doing to make improvements in those areas. They'll also get a scorecard that says, for my category, these are the suppliers who are doing well, these are the suppliers who aren't doing so well. And they'll use that information to set their own goals for their own objectives for what they want to accomplish for the year. And then they'll use those goals to direct how they interact with their suppliers, how they're working with their suppliers to improve over time.
Talking about tracking, this is a huge amount of data on top of all of the data Walmart's already processing from suppliers.
Yes.
How do you track this data internally and then with your suppliers across the value chain?
Sure. We started out when we rolled out our first supplier questionnaire, which was 15 simple questions, and we managed all that data internally. So we requested the information from suppliers and stored that internally. One of the things that we're moving toward to simplify for suppliers, to simplify for retailers, is this industry reporting platform that we're working on through the Sustainability Consortium, which will be a place where suppliers can report on the key performance indicators one time, and they can serve all of their customers from that information. So there will be one set of information for laptop sustainability. All the laptop suppliers will report into this industry platform, and then any retailer from Best Buy to Walmart to Tesco can go get that information and use it for their own decision making.
And when is this platform going to be rolled out?
We're actually working on a pilot within the retail working group of the consortium right now. And so we're developing a pilot. It'll be piloting this year. Depending on how that pilot goes, we'll develop a roadmap for when it comes out.